I need a lot more toilet paper again. All right, here we go, starting the needling. Nice that.
All right, so diving into this emotional soup, the thread that everyone is sharing right now is worry. So that's where we're going to start. So you can, find your own connection to worry, and if you don't feel that in yourself, that's okay. Just relax and follow along and do your best not to be distracted. Nothing about life feels sure right now. Everything's questionable. Everything's in some kind of weird state of flux. And unfortunately, it doesn't feel like it's a great state of flux. I feel worried about so many things. I feel worried about people I love. I feel worried about our future. I feel worried about our ability to connect with one another and unify. I feel worried about our health in all kinds of different ways. Our physical health, our emotional health, our mental health, our spiritual health. Everything just feels so scary and uncertain. And everything feels like it's perpetually under attack. So much so that I can't keep up with what's under attack. I'm worried about future generations. I'm worried about the other shoe dropping because that's what it always feels like. When is the next shoe going to drop and what's it going to be? How bad is it going to be? How's it going to affect me? How is it going to affect the people I love? I feel so consumed by the worry so much of the time. I'm having trouble being happy, looking forward to things. I'm having trouble connecting. I'm having trouble feeling healthy. I'm having trouble feeling lively, energetic. Motivated. And I think the worst of the worry is that I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help, how to be of service. And it feels like there's so much to be of service for. I don't know which one to look at, which one to take action with. And it ends up shutting me down. So the energy has changed into debilitated. So much of the time I try not to think about all of it because it is so debilitating. But it's always in my periphery. I always know what's going on. So even my avoidance isn't successful. And I can still feel the weight of all of it, the heaviness. How am I supposed to be useful to myself or to this world or to anyone I love when I feel this debilitated? When I feel the heaviness and the pressure in such a profound way? When I feel the momentum of some kind of opposing force so strongly? I don't feel strong enough to fight that opposing force. I wish I did. And I can pull myself back together in those moments sometimes by realizing and remembering and feeling that I'm actually not alone. That so many of us are feeling this pressure, this heaviness. So many of us are not okay with this opposing momentum. But then I feel debilitated in how to connect and how to take action, even with those that are feeling the same way I am. So the energy has changed into helpless. Just kind of feels like we're just wandering. When I feel the momentum of the opposing force, it feels so organized, intentional. And when I feel those of us, just so many, that do not consent to all of it, I can feel that we're unorganized. We're all just kind of aimlessly wandering, feeling weighted down, wondering how we can help, wondering what we're supposed to do. And I so badly want to take action to help others, to help in any way possible. And over, I think, how can I take action? How can I be of service with my hands? How can I be of service with my mouth? How can I be of service with my physical self in some way? And I find small things, but nothing that feels extraordinarily significant. Which just makes me feel weaker. Because I want to feel like I'm making a big impact, whether it's just for one person that I love or for the whole world. I want to feel useful and strong. So perhaps I'm expending energy in the wrong space. Perhaps there's a space where we're more organized. Perhaps that's in the energetic space. And perhaps it's possible that if I put my energy and my consciousness and my intention into this energetic space, more answers will come in how I can engage myself physically. The energy is changing into connection. I can feel that there's some type of life that flows through me, that flows through everyone else. An energy that we can't see, we can't touch. But with some special part of ourselves, we can feel it. I can feel that when I engage my heart, when I'm genuinely feeling love or compassion for someone, that this very special energy is powerful. And flows through me, flows through my body. Not only to whomever I'm offering love or compassion, but also, interestingly, to me. And I get caught up in worry and anger, and I forget about this connection part. And how powerful it is. And how unexplored it is. Because with this many of us, with this deep-seated desire for connection, this deep desire for goodness, freedom, fun, happiness. We have a lot of power together. And perhaps this is the area where we're the most clear. And the most intentional. There's no censoring of our connection energetically. There's no monitoring. There's no rules. And if we can feel the energy of the opposing force, then surely we can feel the energy of our force, our connection, our desire for beauty, freedom, fun, unity. These energies are stronger than fear, and worry, and anger, and oppression, just by the nature of them. So perhaps we can all make an effort continuously throughout our days, when we lie in bed at night, when we find ourselves afraid, to connect, to center in the place where we feel love for one another and compassion for one another. And reach out and ask to feel one another, and ask to grow one another, and ask to lift up one another through the beautiful divine energy that flows through us naturally. Because we are all children of the great source of life. And the great source of life is life-giving, obviously. For we have life. So let's expand it. Let's grow it. Let's create our momentum massive, strong, impenetrable. Because the strongest energy wins. Let's organize our hearts with one another. Our intentions for a free and loving life with one another. Let's seek out one another and pour our energy into growth, into building, into healing, and into taking over all of the darkness. Terraforming it. into the beauty we're cultivating through our connection. Let's become disciplined in our practice to feel each other, to offer each other support in this way. Let's notice when we're feeling strong, and in those moments where we're feeling strong, connect and offer our strength to those we're connecting with. And let's create an energetic field of magnificence that nothing evil can exist within, that tyranny cannot exist within, that lies cannot exist within, that dysfunction cannot exist within. Let's train ourselves to be perpetually open, allowing the great source of life to flow through us all the time. Nurturing this world, nurturing ourselves, nurturing those we love. And let's allow our voices to align with this openness and this flow of energy of the source of life, and this flow of energy of our connection to one another. And allow it to speak in our difficult situations, in our moments of confrontation. And let's learn to receive the results that occur from this alignment. And let's allow this alignment to inspire our actions physically. Let's allow this alignment to create a cohesiveness between us and with all of the great goodness of this world. So that we're contributing to heaven instead of hell. And may we remind each other that we're not alone. May we hug one another when we're disheartened. May we stand up for one another when one of us is attacked. And may we show up for one another when we are needed. May we forever grow this great connection and this collective strength through our diligence, our intention, and our abilities. And may we hold ourselves accountable to embodying this strength. So that we may comfort and assist those who are weak, and so that we may be comforted and assisted in our weak moments as well. May we learn to trust in each other. May we cultivate a trust in one another that's so profound that we never fear any opposing force again. Our connection is the key. Our openness is the doorway. And our diligence creates the strength. Allow yourselves to come back.